Hey guys, today we're going to create an amazing modern and super clean looking website using WordPress and Elementor. And guess what? It's completely free. This website is so versatile, you can use it for your agency, consulting business, freelancing portfolio, basically any kind of professional website. It's unique, modern, and seriously one of the cleanest designs you'll find on this planet. Even if you've never built a website before, don't worry. You don't need any design or coding skills. This tutorial is super beginner friendly. Before we dive in, let's take a sneak peek at the incredible website we'll be creating today. First, we'll start with the header. It includes a professional logo, a digital clock based on your time zone, and a sleek navigation menu. I'll even show you how to create a beautiful logo for free using an online tool. Next, we'll move to the hero banner. It features a catchy heading, hero image, and this awesome animated text circle. Then comes the clean about section with animated counters to make your stats pop. After that, we'll create a services section with nice tilt and hover effects. Next is the testimonials section, where people can swipe through or navigate reviews using buttons. Moving on, we have the projects or portfolio area, where you can showcase your work beautifully within this carousel. It has really cool hover animations. We'll also add a pricing table here, where you can switch between monthly and yearly package pricing. Then there's a FAQ section with a cool accordion style layout, making it super easy for visitors to find answers to common questions. You'll even learn how to feature your recent blog posts right on the homepage. And finally, we'll design a beautiful footer with useful links, a newsletter subscription option, and social media links, and clicking on this back to top button will take you to the top of the page. But that's not all. On the About page, you can add your team members with a stunning hover effect with social links. On the Services page, you can list all your services, plus for each service, you'll create a single Services page where you can explain details. For your portfolio, there's a dedicated projects page. You can also create single case study pages for each project to really impress your clients. We'll also go over how to write the perfect blog post with all the essential elements to make it engaging and professional. And of course, there's a contact page, complete with all your contact info, a map, and a fully functional contact form so visitors can easily reach out to you. And here's the cool part, our website will be 100% responsive, meaning it'll look amazing on mobile phones, tablets, and desktops. Can you believe we'll be doing all of this with just drag and drop tools and free resources? I'm super excited to share this with you. If you're excited too, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. It's the only thing I ask for in return because this tutorial is completely free. Now before we dive in, I want to give a quick shout out to Kitpapa. If you ever need a website for yourself or your clients, just head over to kitpapa.com. They've got some of the most unique and trendy web design templates for almost any type of website. Honestly, thanks to Kitpapa, we're able to bring you guys these amazing free tutorials, so definitely check them out. Alright then, let's get back into our tutorial. We will be creating our beautiful website in 4 easy steps. First, I will show you how to get your own domain name and web hosting. I will also provide a 78% discount link. Then, how to install WordPress. Then, how to install a free theme and a free page builder. Finally, we will start creating our amazing website step by step. Oh, and don't worry about missing anything. I have also added timestamps in the video description, so you can easily jump to the section you need whenever you want. Okay then, let's get started with step number 1, getting your domain name and web hosting. So first of all, what is a domain name? Domain name is basically your website address, like Facebook has facebook.com, Amazon has amazon.com, we have jimfahaddigital.com. Similarly, for your website, you need an address that will be yourwebsitename.com. And what is web hosting? Web hosting is the storage space for your website. All the images, texts you will have in your website, all will be stored in your own web hosting. As you are owning your own web hosting, so there wouldn't be any limitation. You can run ads, you can upload any text or images, you can upload any theme or plugin you want. You are in charge of your own website. Now, how to get your own web hosting with a free domain name? So first, just click on the very first link in the description below this video, or you can go to jimfahaddigital.com/best host. So why Hostinger? In my opinion, Hostinger is the most affordable and also the fastest web hosting provider available. Just have a look into all their Trustpilot reviews. People are super happy with their hosting speed, affordable pricing, and customer support. Now from here, you can change the language if you want. Maybe you speak Spanish or Portuguese or Hindi. You can select your language from here. So now let's just close this. One thing I also do want to say is that this page changes quite often. In fact, they probably change it once a month. So if the banner or interface looks different, don't worry, don't panic. This happens quite often. It's the same website. Now let's scroll down a bit and you'll find all the different plans here. By the way, here we can see 3 plans, but sometimes you may see 4 plans here. Just don't panic because you can create your own website with any of these plans. But as you're just starting out, I recommend taking this premium or business plan. With both of these plans, you can create up to 100 websites. For example, today you're creating a portfolio website, tomorrow you want to create a business website, and next week you want to create an e-commerce website. So you don't need to purchase hosting each time. You can create all the websites within this same web hosting plan. So here with the premium plan, you'll get 100 GB storage. With the business plan, you'll get 200 GB storage. And with any of these plans, you'll get all features like this. Unlimited free SSL, so all of your websites would be encrypted and super secure. Unlimited bandwidth, so there wouldn't be any limit how many website visitors you'll have. Free email, you can create hundreds of professional email addresses like info@yourwebsite.com or admin@yourwebsite.com like these. Then free domain. Yes, like I said, you'll get a domain name for free. You'll also get tons of WordPress features like one-click WordPress installation, free website migrations. So if you want to move your existing website from another hosting provider to Hostinger, they will transfer it on behalf of you. How cool is that? Now let's talk about security. Personally, I'm very serious about website security. And Hostinger just nailed it with all these features like Cloudflare protected name servers, malware scanners, and all these. I've had very bad experiences with other web hosting providers. We've got so many malware attacks and we had to pay the hosting providers additionally to use their other security tools. But here in Hostinger, you're getting all these security tools for free. Now, let's select a plan. And like I said, you can take any of these plans based on your needs. For now, I'm taking the premium plan. You can upgrade it later anytime, so click on Add to Cart. Alright, so here you're going to see different pricing options. Now this is referring to how long do you want to host with Hostinger. So we have 1 month, 12 months, 24 months, and then we also have 48 months. First of all, I don't recommend going with 1 month because it's almost $12 a month, which is super expensive. We don't want that. My recommendation would be to go with 48 months. So for the first 4 years, you just need to pay $2.99 per month. That will save you $432. And then after those 4 years, you start to pay $7.99 per month, which is still super affordable for a web hosting plan that can hold up to 100 websites. But if you just want to start with 2 years or 1 year, you can click over here. And then in your first year, you just pay $3.19 per month. And you're still going to create up to 100 websites. And after that first year, you start to pay $9.99 per month. So the longer the first period, the more discount you will get when you renew your plan. So if you have the budget and you want to get the most discount possible, you can go for the 48 months. And after those 48 months, you start to pay around $7.99 per month instead of $9.99. But wait, there's more. If you scroll down over here, you see this have a coupon code button. And now if you click on it, then if you fill in with my special coupon code, which is JFD10, and click on apply, you will now get a total of 78% discount. Now if we scroll up again and then select the 1-year plan and now scroll down, can you believe that you're almost getting the same amount of discount, and we're also getting super fast web hosting with a free domain name for the full year only for $34. What an amazing deal, right? So scroll up again. Now you see pricing is only $2.87 per month for the first 12 months, $2.78 per month for the first 24 months, and $2.69 per month for the first 48 months, as we've added the JFD10 discount code. For now, I will go for 12 months, and then if we go here, then put down your email address. Make sure to put your best email address because they will create your hosting account with this email address. Now let's put a very strong password here. Now if we scroll down, now you see you can pay using your credit card, PayPal, Google Pay, or you can even pay using cryptocurrency. Also, you may see more different local payment options based on your country. Now if we scroll down, and here I'm just going to put my card informations, and then let's just click on Submit Secure Payment. So from here, you can just skip this part. And then it's asking if we want to create or migrate a website. And since we're not going to migrate any website, we're just going to create one. So let's just select Create. Then click on Next. Then from here, make sure to select WordPress and then click on Create with WordPress. Now here, it's asking us to create login details for WordPress account. So you already know what to do. To create our WordPress account, we need to put down our email, and since my email address is already here, I'm just going to put a strong password here. Now I'm done putting my password, so now let's just click on Next. Now here it's asking us what type of website we want to build, and according to the type of website you want to build, you can choose any type from here. If you're going to create a blog website, you can choose blog. If you're going to create an online business for your store, then you can select this one. Now, since the one we will be creating is for our agency portfolio, so I will be choosing this one. Then click on Next. Okay, now let's just skip this one. Now here it's asking us if we want pre-selected plugins for our portfolio. So here let's just select this one because I want to select my plugins manually. Then let's click on Next. Now, since we're going to put our plugins manually, let's just skip this one. Now here it's asking what domain name do we want to use for our website. Let's write AbirTuts, which is short for Abir Tutorials. Now, as I'm done putting my domain name, you can see that it's suggesting us a lot of other domain names with extensions. Like here you can see abirtuts.in, abirtuts.me, abirtuts.com, and more. From here, you can choose any extension you like, but I recommend you to choose the .com extension because it sounds more professional and legit. So I'm just gonna choose abirtuts.com, this one, and then I'm just gonna click Next. Now we need to fill up some details for my domain name. So here I'm selecting my country, Bangladesh, and then I'm selecting personal, which is selected by default. Then click on the Next Step button. Now here, I'm just quickly putting my details. Alright, so here I'm done putting my informations here. So now let's just scroll down and then click on Finish Registration button. So here it's asking us where is our portfolio target audience. And here you can just keep this default one, which in my case they have selected a data center in the United States, Arizona, the closest one they have to my country, but in your case it can be a different one. So you can just keep it to the default one or change it from here, or you can also just change it later on. So now I'm just gonna keep it as it is and then click on the Next button. Now it's installing WordPress, so just wait a bit, no need to rush it. And as you can see, our WordPress is being installed very quickly. It's almost done, we're pretty much there. And right now we're at the control panel of Hostinger. Here if we go into the Home tab, you'll see in the account actions, it's saying that they have sent a verification email to our Gmail account. So let's check our email. And in your inbox, you'll find an email where it says verify your email address, which is a verification email from the Hostinger team. So now from here, we'll just simply click on verify email button here. And then it will take you back to the Hostinger control panel with the email address verified. Now from here, I want to get my WordPress. So from hosting and premium web hosting, let's click on this manage button. Then it will take us to the Hostinger dashboard. Then from here, let's click on this WordPress overview. And then if we scroll down, we can see that it says WordPress admin panel. So now if we click here, it will take us to the WordPress dashboard. Now finally we're inside the WordPress dashboard or the WordPress admin panel, and here I'll make you guys familiar with all of these options such as posts, media, pages, comments, appearance, and all of these things. And even though all of these things are pretty simple and self-explanatory, I'd still explain them to you guys so that you can have a better understanding and you don't have to waste your time by exploring all of these options on your own. And you can just start from the get-go without wasting any time. So here is our dashboard, and as you guys can see that there are so many extra pop-ups here, right? And these pop-ups are here by default. But we don't want these pop-ups popping up here, right? Since it will distract our workflow. And it's always better to work in a clean environment after all. So to clear all of these unwanted pop-ups, you can just manually dismiss them like this by clicking on this dismiss button or X. You can also minimize these pop-ups by clicking on these drop-down buttons like this. Or you could also do another thing. You could just go to the top right corner and click on this screen options drop-down. Then from here, all you need to do is just uncheck these pop-ups from here like this. Now, as you guys can see that our dashboard is completely neat and clean. So let's minimize this. But now I would like to clean up my WordPress dashboard even more. So for that, let's hover on this plugins option and then let's click on installed plugins. And here, as you guys can see that we already have some default plugins, but for our website, the website which we are going to make, we don't really need these specific plugins. Of course, we will need plugins, but not these ones. So we need to delete these plugins. Now before deleting them, as you can see that some of these plugins may be activated. So what we need to do is, you can choose the activated plugin, or you could do another thing. To make sure that you deactivate all the plugins, you can just select all of them from here by checking on this box. Then click on this bulk actions option, and here you'll find this deactivate button. So click on it and then click on apply to deactivate them. Now as you can see that all of these plugins are deactivated. And now after deactivating, all you need to do is select them all together again. And then from bulk actions, we're going to click on delete and then click on apply to delete them. Now the browser pop-up is asking us if we want to delete these selected plugins, and of course we want to delete these plugins. So let's click on this OK button. And there you go. All the plugins were successfully deleted. For a much cleaner look, you can just refresh the page. And here, as you guys can see, that no default plugins are available now. So from here, we can just install the plugins that we will be needing for our website and not have any default plugins from before. Now, you might be wondering, what is a plugin? Well, plugins are basically these extra apps or extra add-on like things that extend or increase the functionality of your WordPress website. And of course, for our website, we will be using some plugins, but the ones that we just deleted right now, we didn't really need them. So now we're all done with the clearing process of plugins. Now the next thing I will be showing you guys is how you can change the password of your website. So for that, we're going to hover on this user tab from here and then click on profile. And from here you can also choose the color scheme as well. So as you guys can see that currently the color scheme is set to default, but you can change it to any other color scheme as you wish, like light, modern, midnight, or whatever you want. However, the main thing to understand here is that whenever you change the admin color scheme, this admin control panel color will change. And that's all there is to it. But since this admin control panel is only visible to us, so I'm just going to keep the admin color scheme to default. Because we, the admins, can only see it and it's not visible to the visitors of our website. Then if you scroll down, you can also see that you can also change the language from here. So currently it's given the site default language, which is English. So you can also change it to your mother tongue or whichever other language you want your website to be in. So for now, I'm just going to keep the site default language, but you can change it to any other language you want. And then up next, you can see that you can also change your name from here or just set a name. So here I'm just going to put my first name first. and then put my last name as well. And then you can also set your nickname in this field right here. And then after this part is very important, okay? So from here, you can choose whichever variation of your name you like from here. And now let's say if you write any blog post, the display name that you choose from here will be shown as the author's name on that blog post. So choose your display name wisely. Now I'm just going to choose this one. Then after scrolling down, you can also change the email if you want. And then after scrolling down again, you can also change your profile picture, your WordPress profile picture, by clicking on this blue writing here. And then finally under account management, you can set your new password by clicking on this button, which says set new password. Now WordPress will suggest you a random strong password like this one, but you can set it to your liking, and I'm gonna change it to something easy so that I can always remember it. So let's hide this, and then let's put our new password. So once you're done putting the password and doing all the other settings that you wanted to do, just scroll down, and then from here click on update profile button, which is this one. Now at this stage, I'm gonna make you guys familiar with two basic terms. One is the backend or the dashboard of our website, and another one is the front end of our website. Now what you've been seeing until now is the dashboard or the back end of our website, because only we can see it since we're the admin of this website. Now if you want to see the front end of the website, all you gotta do is hover on the site name here, and then let's right click on visit site, then open this in a new tab. And now here on this tab, we can see the front end of our website, and the whole world can see this portion of our website as well. You see? So this is the front end, but this portion, I mean the admin panel that you see here, people can't really see this. Only we the admins can see it. So for now, our website is looking like this. Of course, we will change it the way we want, but currently this is what the front end of our website looks like. Now before doing anything else, I just want to do some other basic settings. So for that, let's go to the backend or the dashboard, and now hover on settings. Then click on general. And from here, you can change the site title, as you can see. So in this site title field, you can actually put the name of your business, but I'm just gonna keep it the way that it is right now. And then here in this tagline field, you can write some tagline, but try to write something meaningful here because this will also help you to rank on Google search engine. So here I'm just gonna write best web design agency in California. Then you don't really need to mess with these URLs right here. Just leave them the way that they are. And then you can also change the site language from here, as you can see. And then here's the different time zone option. Then you also have the date format option. So from here you can set it to any date format, like in which order you would like the dates to be shown. But I'm also just going to keep them the way that they are. We also have time format, and I'm just gonna leave the rest as they are and then click on save changes. Now the next thing I want to do is let's go under setting, and from here let's click on permalinks. Now this permalink structure part is also very important. Here you may see that the permalink default structure is set to day and name. Sometimes you might even see it set as plain, but I highly recommend you to set it as post name, because if you keep them as plain, you see that any of your post page link or any other pages link would look like this, which would be your websitename.com, then / and then this kind of bizarre number. But if you keep your permalink structure to post name, then your other page's URL would be like this, which is your websitename.com / then the page's name or the post name, which is more human readable. And it's also good for search engine optimization. So I'm setting it up as post name. Then scroll down and click on save changes. Alright, now the thing that we were talking about, the backend and the front end of our website. So this is the backend and this is the front end. So first of all, if you want to change the outlook and feel of your website, which is looking like this right now, so to change it, you need to change the theme of your website. Now to do that, let's go back to dashboard, hover on appearance, and then click on themes. And here you'll see some themes which came by default. Currently there's only one theme here, as you can see, but we're gonna use another theme which is named Hello Elementor, but you can also select any theme you want. But for this tutorial, I'm just going to select or install the theme which is named Hello Elementor. So for that, all you need to do is click on this Add New Theme button here. Then from here you can browse and choose any theme of your liking, but I'm just going to use Hello Elementor, which is this one. And if you're looking for any other themes, then you can also search for that theme by putting the name of that theme in this search themes field here, okay? Like if I write Hello Elementor, then the Hello theme would be at the top. So now I'm just going to install it. And then also let's activate the theme. Now after installing and activating our theme, if we go to the front end of our website and then refresh the page, as you can see that the outlook and feel of our website has been completely changed. And now to turn this into a stunning website, we're going to be using Elementor Page Builder, which is one of the best page builders out there. So in order to get Elementor free version, all you need to do is go to jimfahaddigital.com, this website, which is our official website. And then from here under important links, you'll find this option which says Get Elementor free version. So you'll just simply have to left click on this, and it will take you to the Elementor's official website. Now of course we will be using the free Elementor, but just in case you want to use Elementor Pro, let me give you a quick tour of the Elementor pricing section. So here you can see different plans for Elementor Pro version. And with Elementor Pro you can do a lot more, like making animated websites, blogs, or even online stores without needing to know any kind of coding. So here we can see different types of pricing plans. First up we have Essential Website Builder, then we have Advanced Solo Website Builder, and then we have the most popular one which is Advanced Website Builder, and then we also have Expert Website Builder. So with the Advanced Website Builder, you can create up to 3 sites. You'll also get 86 pro widgets, theme builders, and so much more. And then with the Expert Website Builder, you can create up to 25 websites. And if you toggle this to 1000 websites, which is the Agency Website Builder, so with this one you can create up to 1000 websites. It has all the custom features that you can possibly need in order to create an advanced website. So just to give you guys a slight idea, if you guys are just trying to build websites with Elementor Page Builder, then you can actually go with this popular one, which is the Advanced Website Builder. So this one is more like beginner friendly, like people who are trying to create websites for themselves, they can actually use this pricing plan. But if you are a more professional website builder, like if you're a freelancer or an agency owner, then I recommend you to go with this Agency Website Builder or with this one, which is the Expert Website Builder. So you can go with these 2 plans, which are for the more advanced and professional website builders. So the main thing to understand here is that if you're starting out new, you can go with this short plan with which you can create up to 3 sites. But if you have bigger plans, like creating more amount of websites for freelancing or for your agency, then you could go with these 2 plans, okay? But now let's get back to getting our Elementor free version. So for that, simply just click on this login button on the top right corner. And now it will bring you to the Elementor sign-in page. So if you already have an Elementor account, of course you can just sign in by using that. But if you don't have an Elementor account already, then simply just click on this Create an Account button. Then in this page, you can use all these options to create your account, like you can use Google, Facebook, or your Apple account. And of course, you also have the option to continue with your email. So you can just click here to continue with your email. And then in these 2 fields, you'll just need to put your email address and your password. Then if you click on this Create My Account button, then your account will be created. So these are the steps you guys need to follow in order to create an Elementor free account. But since I already have an Elementor account, so I'm not going to create another one. I'm just going to click on this sign in button to sign in. From here, I'm going to sign in with my email. And then in these 2 fields, I'm going to put my email and then my password. And then I'm just going to click on sign in. Now after creating your free Elementor account, come back to WordPress dashboard, and now you guys should know that Elementor Page Builder is actually a plugin. So in order to use Elementor Page Builder in your website, all you need to do is click on this plugins option here, and then you'll find this Add New Plugin button. So just click on it. And then here in this search plugin search bar, we're just going to search for Elementor Page Builder. So I'm going to write Elementor. Then after searching for Elementor, the Elementor Website Builder, this plugin should pop up right at the top. And just from here, you can already notice that it has such great reviews as well as 10 million plus active installations. So that many people are using it and all of them are satisfied with it. That is because Elementor Page Builder is actually that good. So from here, we're just going to click on Install Now, this button to install Elementor Website Builder. Then once it's installed, we're going to click on this activate button to activate it. Now this Elementor onboarding might come, so simply just close it by clicking on this X button. And now we're back at our WordPress dashboard. Now of course we have installed our Elementor page builder to build our pages, but to build a page or design a page, we do need a page first, right? So to create our first page, you just need to go to pages here, click here on this pages button. Now after coming here, you might see some dummy pages already created here. This was created by default after WordPress installation. So we don't need these pages. We're going to delete these pages. For that, just simply choose all of them together. And then from bulk actions, we're going to move them to bin. And then click on apply. And then if you want, you can also delete them from bin as well. Select them all again. Then from bulk actions, delete permanently. And then click on apply. And now everything is good as new. So now it's finally time for us to create our own page. For that, click on this add new page button. And then here it would ask you to add a title for your page. So I'm just gonna write home here. Then let's just click on publish from here. And then click on publish again. And as you can see that the page was published. So our home page is now live. Now even though it's saying that home is live now, but if we go to the front end of our website and then refresh our page, as you can see that it's still showing our archives as the default homepage. It's not showing the homepage that we just created. Now this is because WordPress shows posts archives page on the default page. So this archives writing that you see here is actually the archives for our blog posts. But we don't want our blog posts as the default homepage, right? We want this page, this homepage that we just created, as our default homepage, so that whenever someone enters our web page, they will first see this homepage on this default page. So to do that, let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. Click on this WordPress icon here and then hover on settings, then go inside of reading. Now this is the thing that I was talking about. So currently, as you guys can see, that your homepage displays, which means our homepage displays our latest posts, which is this, the archives of our blog posts. But we don't want it as our homepage display. So let's change it to a static page. And then from here, we can select which page we want as the default homepage. So from here, you can set the homepage. Just click on here. And from here, you can see that this is the homepage that we just created. So if we set it as our default homepage and then click on Save Changes. And now if you go to the front end of our website, then refresh the page. See, the homepage that we just set as our default homepage is now showing here. So now whenever someone will enter our website, they will first see this homepage as the default homepage. So just like this, from reading settings, you can change whichever page you want to show as the homepage display page. So now since we finally have this homepage that we have created as our default homepage, we can now finally customize this page the way we want and then decorate it and design it the way we want. And this is the part where Elementor Page Builder comes in, because to design this page, Elementor Page Builder is what we're going to use. So now again, let's go to the backend or the dashboard, and then from here, go inside of pages, and then go inside of home, click on edit, and then since we're going to create this page with Elementor, so let's click on edit with Elementor. So now finally we're inside of the Elementor Page Builder where the fun begins. So this homepage is actually this homepage that we saw here. So currently there's nothing here, but now we have opened this page with Elementor. So now we can use all these tools and widgets to customize and build our homepage. So this is actually the Elementor canvas, and in this Elementor canvas or Elementor interface, we will be customizing and designing our pages for the whole website. Okay, so this is the header and this is the page name, and these are actually our footer. And on the left side, what you guys see here are actually the Elementor widgets or Elementor elements. So on this left panel, all the widgets and elements that you see are actually the building blocks of your website. So these are the basic widgets that come free with the Elementor free version. But if you scroll down a little, you'll find these pro widgets which only come with the Elementor Pro version. That's why, as you guys can see, that these widgets are locked. This lock icon that you see here is because you can't use them unless you have an Elementor Pro version. So this is basically the whole interface, and this is our Elementor canvas. So in here we will be creating our pages, and to do that you will first need to take a structure. So to take a structure, just click on this plus icon, then choose this flexbox layout. And then for structure, you can take any one of these structures as you wish, but since we're still learning the basics, so let me just take a simple one. So let's just take this one, which is the column directed structure. So now this is our container within our whole canvas, okay? Now to change the height of your container, what you can do is simply drag this wheel to the right. So if you drag it to the right, as you can see, that the height of your container will increase, and if you drag it to the left, then the height of your container will decrease. And if you want your container height to be even more accurate, then you can also put the value here manually. So let's say I'm gonna put here 400, or let's make it 350. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, so we've given the height value of our container to 350 pixels. And then for the moment, I'm just going to keep the justified content to center. And I'll also elaborate these things as we go, but if I now explain it all together, then it might get really confusing for you guys. So let's just learn one by one. In that way, it will be more easy for us to understand the whole concept of the Flexbox container and the overall Elementor layout, okay? So up next, for instance, let's say you want to give your container a background color. So for that, you'll need to go under the Style tab, so this one. And then under Background, select Background type to Classic. And from here, you can choose color. So if you click on this color picker, from here you can choose any color that you want your container's background color to be. So you can play with all these colors and you can choose whichever one you like. So for now, I'm just going to pick this black color. And then within this container, if you want to add any Elementor widget or elements, all you need to do is simply click on this plus icon, or you can also do another thing. You can click this plus icon right here. So both these plus icons actually do the same thing. You can just click on whichever one you find more convenient. And as soon as you click on this plus icons, these Elementor widgets will be available to you. So now let's say you want to add a heading inside of your container. So for that, all you need to do is click and drag this heading widget and then drop it inside of a container here. And then if you want to change the text of your heading, you can just triple click over here. Or you could also do another thing. You could just change the text of your heading from here. So in this title field, I'm just going to write Fahad Digital. And then just like before, if you want to do any styling for your heading, and then if you want to do any styling of your heading, then you just need to go under the Style tab here. And then from here, you can change its alignment. So currently, as you guys can see, that it's left aligned by default, but you can change it to center or right, whichever one you want. So I'm just gonna keep it center for now. And then from text color, you can change the color of your text as well. So if you click on this color picker, as you can see that by default, it's getting this cyan bluish color, but you can change it to any other color you want. So I'm gonna make it white for now. Just remember that this is a draft, so your page is not published yet. So you can actually do whatever you want in here. So just remember that you have the complete freedom to explore all of these options, okay? You can play with all of these colors as you wish and change the color to whichever one you like. Now I'm just gonna keep it white. And then after choosing the color, we can actually change the typography of our heading as well. So if we click on this pencil icon for typography, then first of all, from here, you can actually change the font family. So currently it's given Roboto by default, but you can change it to any other Google font as you wish. And all of these are totally free. So you can actually use whichever one you like. But for now, I'm just going to pick a font family that I like very much, which is Poppins. So just like this, in the search bar, you can also search for fonts that you're looking for and then choose that font to turn your heading into that font, just like that. And then by dragging the size wheel, you can also change the size of your heading. So I'm just gonna keep it like this for now. And all wheels actually work in the same way. If you just drag it to the right, then the value will increase. And if you drag it to the left, then the value will decrease. It's as simple as that, okay? And then you can also change the weight of your heading. So from here, if you select light, so as you can see that the writing has become very thin or lightweight. Or you could also choose from weight and make it extra bold. So in this case, as you can see that the writing has become heavyweight or very thick or bold. And then after that, you can also transform the writing to all uppercase, lowercase, capitalize, whichever one you like, okay? You can also change its style, so you can make it italic, but I'm just gonna keep it normal for now. Then after that, we also have the letter spacing. So letter spacing is basically what it sounds like. It increases or decreases the space between all the letters of your writing. So you can drag it to the right to increase it or drag it to the left to decrease the spacing between your letters. And afterwards, we also have word spacing, which is basically like the letter spacing, but this is the space between the words. Okay, so this is how it works. So now we're all done here. And after that, if you guys want to add another widget under this heading here, you simply just need to click on this plus icon again. And let's say I want to add a text editor under this heading here. So for that, what we need to do is drag this text editor under here, and there you go. Now here, as you can see that just like the heading, in the text editor, a dummy writing will also be given, but you can change the writing from here or from here altogether. Then if you want to do the styling for this writing, again, you'll have to go to the Style tab, and here you can also set the alignment for the text editor. So I'm gonna put it in center. Then we have the text color, so you can change the text color to something more prominent so that it's more visible. Now we have a black background, but all our writings are in white. That's why the writings are so visible. And then if we go inside of typography, from here you can again change the size of the writing the way you like. And then we have all these options that you guys already know about. So you can do the styling of any widget in the same manner. Now after this, let's say that I want to add a button under this text editor. So again, let's go and click on this plus icon. And then from here, we're just going to drag this button under here. So this is our button. Now, instead of click here, if you want this button to say something else, you can just change the text from this text area or this text field here. Let's say I want this button to say contact. So I'm just gonna write contact. And then within this link field, if I just write jimfadigital.com, which is our website name, then just by simply clicking on this contact button, people will be redirected to jimfadigital.com. So in this manner, you can make any button interactive. You just simply need to put a link in this link field, and whenever someone clicks on any button, then that button will redirect them to this link that you have set here. And just like before, also for this button, you can go under the Style tab. You can change its position or alignment, so let's make it center. Then you can also change the typography from here, or you could also change the button color, text color, whichever one you like. Now let's say for the button color, I want to change it to something light, so let's make it blue, and let's select this color. Actually, that's too light. Let's drag it over here. Yeah, that seems about right. So just like that, our button has changed its color, and now it's this light bluish color. Now up next, I want to show you guys something really interesting. So currently, as you guys can see, that normally this button is blue color, right? Which we just set right now. But let's say I want my button to look more interactive and cool. So for that, let's say if I hover over this button, I want this button to change its color to make this button look more interactive and appealing to others. So for that, what do we do now? For that, simply just go inside this hover tab, and from here you'll find this color option. So from here, just click on this color picker, and let's set a different color for this one, like this purple color. So I've set this purple color. Now if I go back, and now let's be ready to witness the magic. So currently, as you guys can see, that in the normal state, our button has this bluish color, right? But now if we hover over it, see how our button changes color? Magic! So this is the whole concept of normal and hover colors. You can change the color settings like this to make your buttons or any other widget look more interesting, okay? And it could also work as an indication to the visitors of your website that whichever widget is interactive, that one has hover colors. This method is something that most of the web developers use. I think all of you have probably noticed it in one website or another. So just in the same manner, whichever widget you put in your container, you'll usually get these 3 tabs, which are Content, Style, and Advanced. So we've already seen what the Content tab does, and we've also seen what the Style tab does. Now let's move on to the Advanced tab. So from Advanced tab, you can actually do a lot of advanced settings. For example, we can see that we can change the space inside of these widgets, right? So within these letters or words, we can change the space. But what about the space between this widget and this widget or this button? So this is where the Advanced tab comes. Now let's say if you want to add space or padding on top and bottom of this text editor, then all you need to do is put the value of padding that you would like on the top and the bottom of this widget in this padding field, and you'll get those spaces accordingly. So let's say we're first going to unlink the padding values, and then for the top padding, let's give it a padding value of 20 pixels. There you go. As you can see that this text editor instantly got a top padding value of 20 pixels. And now for the bottom, let's give it a padding value of 30 pixels. So in the same manner, you can actually add space or padding to top, right, left, bottom, whichever side you want of any of your widgets. So this is how you play with spaces from the Advanced tab. So basically what you need to learn from here is that if you go to the Content tab of any widget, then you can change its text or anything related to its content. And then if you go to the Style tab, you can do its styling and designing, like changing its color, typography, and all the other things related to its style. And finally, from the Advanced tab, you'll find all the spacing settings and all other advanced settings that you could search for. And this is basically the main concept of the Flexbox container and how it works. And let's say you have changed your mind and you don't want any of your widget inside of your container. Then for that, simply you'll need to right click over that widget. So you can right click over here, or you could right click over this pencil icon here, and here you'll get all these options. So you can edit it, duplicate it, and if you don't want this button or widget anymore, you can just simply click on delete to delete it. And just like that, it will be gone. So this was the basic explanation of the Elementor Flexbox container. Now since I'm done explaining the basics, let's just click on this X to close this whole container or this dummy container that we have created. So let's click on this X. And now as you can see that our whole Elementor canvas or the interface is as good as new. Okay, now of course we'll be creating this whole website from scratch, but just in case you don't have that much time to create this whole website by yourself and you don't have the time to follow this hours-long tutorial, then I have another shortcut solution for you, which is this kitpapa.com. So after coming here, if you just scroll down, you'll find all of these ready-made template kits for different kinds of categories. Here in the left sidebar, as you can see that under categories, you'll find ready-made template kits under the categories like service business, business agency, portfolio, freelancer, technology, health medical, SEO agency, you name it. Whatever kind of ready-made template kit you're searching for, you'll find all of them in here. And this is not only just limited to you. So along with creating websites for yourself by using these ready-made template kits, you can also use these ready-made template kits to create all sorts of websites for your clients, just within a few clicks. So now let me give you guys an example. Let's say that one of your clients wants you to make a SEO agency website for them. So for that, you'll simply just need to come to kitpapa.com and then go inside of this SEO agency category. And after coming here, if you scroll down, you'll find all sorts of designs and ready-made template kits for SEO agency. So you can just browse through them. You can just simply click on one of them. For example, let me click on this one. And now one of the most awesome and useful things about kitpapa.com is that before even buying any ready-made template kits, you can actually check the template kit live. So you'll just simply need to click on this live demo button here, and you'll get a whole preview of the whole website from here. So you can check out everything in advance before even buying it. So you can check all of these designs and effects. You can also check the responsiveness of the ready-made template kits by clicking on these buttons. So this is the tablet view, as you can see. This is how this website will look for tablet users or the people who are going to enter your website through tablet. And then this is what it would look on the mobile portrait. See? And not only that, you can also, let's go to the desktop view. And from here, you can also check out all the other pages that are on this website. So you can check the About Us page. By clicking here, you'll see the About Us page like this. And then if you scroll up, you can also check all the other pages that come along with it. You can also check the blog page like this. And then you can also check the contact page. So here it is with a beautiful contact form and everything super useful. So you can actually check the functionality of the whole website before even buying it, so that you can be completely sure that you're only buying the best template kit out there. So this is a very reassuring feature. And you can also visit the site by clicking on this button here. So it will directly take you to a website which has this template kit installed. So here you can actually check everything in more details. Okay, so let me close this, and also let's go back. And now if you scroll furthermore, then you'll also see all the special features that this template kit comes with, so you can have an idea from here as well. And then another useful feature of kitpapa.com is that you'll also find a video guide for each of the template kit under here. And by viewing this video, which is around 3 minutes long, as you can see, so just by watching this 3 minutes long video installation guide, you can also learn how you can install this ready-made template kit on your WordPress website. It's as simple as that. And just within a few clicks, your website will be all ready to go. So in this manner, you can create your own website or your client's website really fast. And here you can see that this template kit's price is super affordable and super cheap, since it's only about $15 or $14.99 to be exact. Because just think about it, you can actually buy this template kit and create this kind of website, and you can charge your clients a couple $1,000s for that. So this could be a huge win for you, both financially and also by saving your time. And now let's say, for example, you're a freelancer or an agency and you need to create a lot of websites for your clients very frequently. Then you guys can actually buy their buy all package, or you can also grab the deal, which is currently a limited time offer going on right now. So if you click on this grab the deal button. And so instead of buying all the kits separately, you can actually get full access to all of their ready-made template kits as well as the ones that are yet to come. Like if you scroll down here, then you can see all the perks of buying all access lifetime deal, which I just showed you guys. Because if you just buy a single template kit, then you'll only get this perk and none of these. But if you just buy all access deal, then you'll get access to all of their already made 180 plus premium kits, along with 10 new template kits per month. So every month when they add 10 new template kits, then you'll get access to those ones as well, along with the ones that you already have. And all of this you'll get only for $49. Can you imagine? And this is one of the best deals you can possibly get. And remember guys that this is a limited time offer which will only last until the end of Black Friday. So don't be lazy and don't procrastinate, and try not to miss this limited time Black Friday offer, because after the end of Black Friday they might increase the prices again. So hurry up while you can and don't miss out on this lifetime offer. So all of this is an available option for you guys, and now I'm going to be showing you guys a preview of the website that I will be creating in this tutorial. So for that, let's go back to kitpapa.com. And here in the home page, we're going to search for Brighture in this search template field. So here, I'm just going to write Brighture. Now click on search. So let's scroll down and here it is. Let's click on it. So in this tutorial, I will be creating a website just like this one. Now let me give you guys a live demo in advance. So for that, click on this live demo button. Here, if we scroll down, we can see all these amazing effects and designs. As you can see that every section is created in such a professional and amazing manner. So whoever visits your website, they will be awestruck the moment they get in your website, because that's how good this website looks, right? So let's go back. And recently, just like Kitpapa, they have also released this new website which is named Kit Ninja. And if you scroll down, now just like Kitpapa, you will also find ready-made template kits in this kitninja.com as well, as you guys can see. However, the only difference is whenever you want to buy any website template kits that are business related or for a certain business niche or portfolio or something like that, you can buy that from here, which is kitpapa.com. But this kitninja.com specifically provides ready-made template kits which are e-commerce related. So you can find all kinds of e-commerce related template kits in this kitninja.com. And just like kitpapa.com, you can also get preview of template kits which you want to buy. So you can do that from this homepage, or you can click on any one of it. And here, just like Kitpapa, you can also see the live demo of the website in advance. You'll find all the features and functionalities of the template kit. And then you will also find the video installation guide here. And you can follow this video installation guide to create your e-commerce website within minutes. So everything is basically at your fingertips. And Kit Ninja is also having this huge sale for Black Friday, so don't miss out on it and be happy with your life choices. So for now, let's just close this. Now close this one as well, and let's go back to our Elementor canvas. And here we are again in our Elementor canvas. So now, before starting to create our whole website, or at least this homepage, first of all, there are some simple other settings that you have to do. So sometimes what happens is when you put elements in here, Elementor sometimes puts default colors in it, which you saw earlier. You guys may remember that when I gave a heading here, it got a default color, okay? But we don't want that because we're going to give our own colors. So it's kind of annoying when Elementor gives default colors to these widgets or elements. So to turn that option off, first of all, we'll have to click here. And then you'll get this exit to WordPress option. So just open this option in a new tab. And then let's go here. Now from here, let's go back to WordPress. So this is our WordPress dashboard. And from here, you'll get this Elementor option. So from here, just click on settings. And now here you'll find these two options, which are disable default colors and disable default fonts. So just by simply checking on these two boxes, you're disabling all the default colors that Elementor provides while you're making your website. So now whatever color only we give, only that will remain. There will be no more default colors that will be given by Elementor, okay? So now just simply click on Save Changes. And we're done here. So now let's close this tab and then back again inside of our Elementor canvas. As you can see that there's this header and also this footer and this page name which is distracting us. And we also have less space for our canvas while working. So to disable this, what we're simply going to do is just click on this settings button. This page settings buttons you see here. And here just simply scroll down. Then you'll find this page layout option. So from here, change it to Elementor Canvas. And there you go. There are no more distractions left here. So now we can create our whole page in this big space, okay? And now we finally have all the settings done. So let's just start creating our homepage. Let's go. So as I told you guys earlier that firstly, we need to take a structure. For that, we can just click on this plus icon, then choose the flexbox layout. Let's choose this structure, the column directed structure. And now let's do its layout settings. So under its layout, change the content width to full width. Then set the minimum height to 850 pixels. Then scroll down and set all the gaps values to 0 pixels. Now scroll up and go to its style tab. Now from here, go inside of background overlay. Here set the background type to classic. And now we're going to be putting an image in here. So to put an image, what you need to do is first click here to choose an image. Now currently, as you guys can see, that our media library is completely empty since we haven't uploaded any images yet. But you can upload image from here, so you have to go inside of upload files, then click on select files. Now after clicking on select file, you can choose any image that you want to upload in your WordPress media library. So I'm just going to choose these 4. So in this manner you can select them, or you could do another thing. You could just hold Ctrl on your keyboard and then tap on A. And if you're using Mac, then hold on Command and then tap on A. So in this manner, you can just choose any image that you want to upload. So after that, simply click on Open. And now, as you guys can see, that your images will be uploaded within seconds. And now after your images have been uploaded, you can just choose any image that you want. So here, I'm just going to choose this image, which will add a grainy background overlay effect. So I'm going to choose this one and click on Select. See, this is the background overlay effect that I want. Now from under here, we're going to set the position to center. Then set repeat to no repeat. Scroll down and set display size to cover. Then set opacity to 0.2. And with that, we're done with this container. Now inside of this container, we're going to add another container. So for that, just click on this plus icon and then drag this container widget in here. Now, as you guys may have noticed that no matter how many containers we take, all of them are named as container. Okay, that is because container is the name of this widget. So no matter how many containers you take, all of them will be named as container. But while creating our website, we're going to take a lot of containers. So if all of them are named containers, then it might get a little bit confusing for you guys. So to avoid that confusion, what you can do is you can rename your containers. So to rename your containers, you just have to double click on it. And then you can just type whatever you want your container name to be. So since this is our hero banner section, we're going to be creating the hero banner for our website here. So let's rename this container as our hero banner container. And then let's rename this container. So through this container, we're going to be adding background color to our homepage. So we're just going to rename this container as background color container. Now, once you're done renaming your containers, let's do the layout settings. So under layout, Set the content width to full width. Then scroll down and set all the gaps values to 0 pixels. And with that, we're done with this container as well. And now through this container, to give a color to your website, what we're going to do is inside of this container, we're going to add a widget. So click on this plus icon, and here let's scroll down. Now from here, you'll find this spacer widget. So let's drag it in here. And through this spacer widget, we're going to give background color to our homepage. So from under its content, let's first give it a space value. So in this field, write 966 pixels. There you go. So this is how much space it will cover. Then go to the advanced tab. Here unlink the padding values and make them all 0. Then scroll down and set the position to absolute. Now from here, keep horizontal orientation to left, but let's give it an offset value. So in this field, write 20 pixels. Then keep vertical orientation to top and give it an offset value of -116 pixels. Now give it a z-index value of -1. Now scroll down and go inside of this background dropdown. Here set the background type to gradient. Then scroll down, and for this first color, let's give it a custom color code. So click on this color picker. Then in this field, write FEE-A5199. There you go. Now go back. Now keep its location to 0%. Then for second color, again choose the color picker. Then in this field, write 389CFF99. Then go back. And let's keep its location to 100% as well, and keep the rest as they are. Now up next, what we're going to do is we're going to add CSS codes, but no need to worry guys, because you guys don't have to learn coding for this. I have already done all the coding. So just follow my instructions and you'll be all good to go. So first of all, to put CSS codes in your website, what you need to do is click on this plus icon. So scroll down, and in this field, let's just take a container. And then inside of this container, we're going to be putting a HTML widget. So click on this plus icon, and then in this search widget field, search for HTML. This is it. So drag it inside here. And let's also rename this container as our HTML container. There you go. Now we don't really need to do any settings for this container, because you guys should know that when you put HTML in any container, it won't be visible in the front end of your website. It will only be visible to you, not your website visitors, okay? So only we, the admins, can see it. So for this one, we don't need to do any settings here. But for this HTML widget, this is the place where we are going to be putting HTML code or CSS codes. So to get the CSS codes, just go back to jimfadigital.com. And here you'll find these CSS codes, okay? So from here, copy this whole portion which says hide horizontal overflow for the entire page CSS. So we're going to be using this CSS because in our home page, we're going to be putting effects that might overflow from our page. So let's just copy this whole CSS code. So from here, click on this copy to clipboard button. Then go back to Elementor. And in this field, right click on it. Then click on paste. And there you go. So this CSS code was for the entire page, but we're going to be putting another CSS code inside of this spacer widget, okay? So for that, let's go back to jimfadigital.com, scroll down, and you'll find this background glass effect CSS. So from here, copy this whole portion by clicking on this copy to clipboard button, then go back to Elementor, and then after this second bracket here, we're going to make some spaces by pressing on enter a couple of times. So now we have the space. Now just simply right click over it just like before, and then click on paste. So now as you guys can see that we already have the CSS code put down here, but the effect is still not showing here. So in order to show the effect, what we need to do is we need to put a CSS class name. So for that, let's go back to Jimfadigital, and here you'll find this background glass effect CSS class name. So from here, let's copy this, then go back to Elementor, and let's put this CSS class name. So choose this spacer widget, then under its advanced tab, if you scroll down, you'll find this CSS classes field. So in this field, as soon as we paste the CSS class name, the effect of the CSS code will be applied. So let's right click on it and then click on paste. There you go. See? So previously we just had this grainy effect going on the background, but now over this grainy effect, we also have a glass effect, which is why the background of our home is looking super classy and glossy. Now with that, we're done with putting the background color of our hero banner container. Now let's minimize this background color container. Then let's right click on it and then click on add new container. So we have added a new container under this background color container, but inside of our hero banner container. Now we're going to be putting information in this container for our hero banner. So let's rename this container information container. Now go under its layout, set the content width to boxed, give it a width value of 1240 pixels, then set the direction to row, scroll down and set all the gaps values to 0 pixels. Then also turn wrap on. Now scroll up and go to its style tab. Here go inside of this background overlay dropdown. Set the background type to classic. Then let's give it a color. So choose this color picker and then drag this color wheel to the top left corner to make it completely white. Now go back. Here set the opacity value to 0.1. Now inside of this we're going to take another container. So click on this plus icon, then drag this container in here. Now inside of this information container we're going to have a left portion and a right portion. So this first container, let's name it left container. Go under its layout. Then for width value, first change the percentage scale to pixel scale. Then give it a value of 381 pixels. Then set the direction to column. Scroll down, set all the gaps values to 0 pixels. Now inside of this container we're going to take a heading widget. So click on this plus icon, then drag this heading widget in here. Now in this field let's just add a dummy title. So I've written the title in this manner. Now go to its style tab. Here let's give it a text color. So from here choose this color picker. Now in this field write 0C1022. Then go back. Now go inside of typography. So click on this pencil icon. Set the font family to Poppins. So in this field search for Poppins. Then choose this one. Then give it a size value of 80 pixels. Set the weight to 500. Scroll down. Then set the line height to 96 pixels. And for letter spacing, first change the pixel scale to EM scale. Then in this field write -0.02 EM. So we're done here. Now let's add another widget. So click on this plus icon. Now from here scroll down and then drag this icon widget on the right side of this heading widget. So let's drag it here. There you go. So now let's upload an icon. Click on this upload SVG. Here in the same manner as images, you can just upload an SVG and then choose it. So click on insert media. There it is. But now as you guys can see that this icon actually went outside of this left container. So we want this icon inside of our left container under our heading widget. So let's drag it over here and there you go. Now go to its style tab. Here let's give it a primary color. So choose this color picker. Then in this field write 0C1022. Then go back. Now give it a size value of 95 pixels. Then go to its advanced tab. Here unlink the padding values, then only set the left padding to 2 pixels. Now scroll down and set the position to absolute. Then set the horizontal orientation to right. Give it an offset value of -50 pixels. Set vertical orientation to top and then give it offset value of 110 pixels. Now under this icon we're going to add another container. So click on this plus icon. Now drag a container under this one. There you go. So this is inside of left container. Now rename this container as arrow container and you'll know why in a minute. Now from under the layout of this container, give it a width value. So first change the percentage scale to pixel scale. Then in this field write 92 pixels. Also give it a minimum height value of 225 pixels. There it is. Now set the justify content to center. Scroll down and set all the gaps values to 0 pixels. Now scroll down and go inside of this additional options. Here set the HTML tag to a link, this one. Now in this field write #next. Now we're doing this because we're going to be putting an arrow here, and whenever someone clicks on this arrow they will be redirected to this next section, okay, which we are going to be creating after we're done with this section. Okay, so for now just write #next in this manner, then go under its style tab. Here go inside of background overlay, then set the background type to classic. Then give it a color, so choose this color picker, drag this color wheel on the top left corner. So now this is looking like this. And for its opacity, give it a value of 0.26. Now scroll down and go inside of this border dropdown. Here set the border type to solid. Then for border width, write 3 pixels here for all of them. Then let's give it a border color. So choose this color picker, and then in this custom color code field, let's write 6 Fs, that is FFF, FFF, and then BA. There you go. Now go back. Now set all the border radius values to 100 pixels. Then go to its advanced tab, unlink the margin values, then only set the top margin to 63 pixels. Now inside of it, let's take an image widget. So click on this plus icon, then drag this image widget in here. Let's choose an image. I'll be choosing this one. Click on select. And now after putting this image, we actually want to add an effect to this part, okay? So for that, let's go back to Fahad Digital. And here you'll find animation up and down CSS, okay? So let's just copy this whole portion. Copy to clipboard, then go back to home, Elementor. Now scroll down and go inside of this HTML container. So inside of this HTML code, after this second bracket, let's again make some spaces by pressing enter. And then paste the CSS code right here. Click on paste. There you go. And now to activate this effect, let's go back to Fahad Digital. Then let's copy this CSS class name. Then again go back to Elementor. Choose this arrow container. Then under its advanced tab, scroll down. And in this CSS classes field, let's paste the CSS classes name. So click on paste. And there you go. See what an amazing animation that is. Now with that, we're all done with our left container or the left portion. Now let's create the right portion. So for that, click on this plus icon. Then drag this container on the right side of this container. Let's just drop it here. It actually went up there, so let's bring it under here. There you go. After the left container and inside of the information container, okay? Now let's rename it as right container. Then under its layout, give it a width value of 50%. There you go. Then set the direction to column. Scroll down and set all the gaps values to 0 pixels. Now go to its advanced tab, unlink the padding values, then only set the left padding to 129 pixels. And then set the size to grow. Now inside of it, we're going to put another container. So click on this plus icon, then drag this container in here. There you go. Let's name this container our spacer container. Then go under its layout. Then for its width, change the percentage scale to pixel scale. Then in this field, add 10,000 pixels. There you go. Just write 10,000 pixels here. Then scroll down and set all the gaps values to 0 pixels. Now inside of this container, we're going to be adding another widget, which is the spacer widget. So click on this plus icon. Scroll down, then drag the spacer widget in here. Oops, it went outside of it, so let's drag it inside here. There you go. So now the spacer is inside our spacer container. Now under its content, give it a space value of 351 pixels. Then go to its advanced tab, set the width to custom, then give it a custom width value of 100%. Then align self to center, scroll down, set the position to absolute. Now set horizontal orientation to right, then its offset value to 0 pixels, and vertical orientation to top, and for its offset value, give it a value of -165 pixels. Now give it a z-index value of 0. Then scroll down and inside of this background dropdown, set the background type to classic. Then let's give it a color, so choose this color picker, and in this field write FFF, FFF, that is 6 Fs, and then 4D. There you go, so you'll get this transparent color. Now let's go back. Now scroll down and inside of this border dropdown, go inside of this box shadow. So click on this pencil icon. Then let's also give this one a color, so choose this color picker. Then in this field write 0C10220F. Then give it a vertical value of 2, set blur to 20, and leave the rest as they are. So let's go back. And now let's minimize this spacer container. So now we're going to add another widget. Click on this plus icon, then drag this image widget under here. There you go. So we want this image widget, but there's a problem. We don't want this image widget outside here. So we want it inside of our right container after our spacer container, okay? So let's drag it inside. So right now it's after our spacer container, but inside of our right container, as you guys can see. Now let's choose an image for this one. Let's choose this image. Click on select. Now after that, we're going to be adding another container. So just click on this, right click on this spacer container and click on add new container. So there it is after our image. Now let's rename this container as our bottom right container. Now from under its layout, let's give it a width value. So from this percentage scale, change it to pixel scale. Then in this field, write 317 pixels. Now scroll down and set all the gaps values to 0 pixels. Then go to its advanced tab, unlink the margin values, then only set the top margin to 48 pixels. Now click on this plus icon, then scroll down and drag this text editor widget in here. Now I'm going to put a dummy title in this field. Now after putting a dummy title, just go to the style tab. Here give it a custom text color code, so choose this color picker, then in this field write 0C1022B3, then go back. Now go inside of its typography, so set the font family to DM Sans, then size to 24 pixels, weight to 400, and line height to 32 pixels. Now go to its advanced tab, unlink the margin values, then only set the bottom margin to 24 pixels. Now click on this plus icon, then drag a container under here. There you go. Make sure that it's in line with this text editor, okay? But inside of the bottom right container. Now let's rename this container as greetings container. Now from under its layout, give it a width value, so change the percentage scale to pixel scale. Then in this field write 110 pixels. Then set the minimum height to 110 pixels as well. Set the justify content to start. So this is how it's looking. And also set all the gaps values to 0 pixels. Then go to its style tab. Here inside of this border dropdown, set the border type to solid. Then set the border width to 1 pixels, all of them. And for border color, make it completely white like this. Then go back. And for border radius, set all the border radius values to 100 pixels. Now inside of it, add another container. So click on this plus icon, then drag this container in here. Go under its layout, give it a minimum height value of 108 pixels, then set all the gaps values to 0 pixels. And now finally inside of this container, so click on this plus icon, we're going to add another widget. So in this search widget field, write text path. Here you'll find this text path widget, so drag it in here. There you go. Now from under its content, give it a dummy text. So in this field, I wrote this. You can write something else if you want. Then set the path type to circle. Now go to its style tab. Here for text, go inside of its typography. Set the font family to Poppins. Then set the size to 54 pixels, weight to 400. Then transform it to capitalize. Now go back. Then under here, let's give it a color. So choose this color picker. And in this field, write 0C1022. Now go back. Then go inside of this advanced tab. Here make all the padding values to 20 pixels. Then scroll down and set the position to absolute. And leave everything as they are. Also, let's rename this container of ours. So let's rename this our text path container. Now after this container, we're going to be adding an image widget to be exact. So click on this plus icon, then drag this image under here. So it actually went inside of text path container, but let's drag it outside here. So now it's outside of the text path container, but inside of our greetings container. Now we just have to drag it under the text path container. So drag it under here. There you go. Now let's choose an image. Let's choose this emoji. Click on select. Go to its style tab. Give it a width value. So change the percentage scale to pixel scale. Then in this field, write 44. Now go to its advanced tab. Scroll down. Set the position to absolute. And for horizontal orientation, leave it to left, but give it an offset value of 50%. So change the pixel scale to percentage scale. Then in this field, write 50. Now for vertical orientation, leave it to top. And then in this field, write 50% as well. So change it to percentage scale, then write 50. Okay, so now for this section, we're also going to be adding some CSS codes. So let's go back to Fahad Digital. Here scroll down and you'll find this circle box emoji position CSS. Okay, so let's copy this whole portion, go back to home, then inside of HTML scroll down, click here, make some spaces by pressing enter, then paste the CSS code. Now go back, copy this CSS class name which says emoji. So let's copy this portion only. Click on copy, go back. Now choose this image. Okay, so this is the emoji image. Now from under its advanced tab, scroll down, and in this CSS classes field, just paste the CSS class name. So click on paste. Now we need to put some other CSS codes. So go back to Fahad Digital. From here you'll find this rotated animation CSS. So let's copy this whole portion. Click on copy to clipboard. Then go back to Elementor. Choose this HTML widget. Scroll down here, make some space, or you could just paste it here. So right click on here, then click on paste. There you go. Now to activate the effects, go back to Fahad Digital. Scroll down and you'll find this rotated animation CSS classes. So first choose this circle box. So let's copy this class name. Copy. Go back to Elementor, choose this bottom right container, then from under its advanced tab scroll down and put the CSS class name in this field. So click on paste. There you go. Now again go back to Fahad Digital, then from here just copy this rotate portion. Click on copy, then go back here. Now choose this text path container. Now from under its advanced tab scroll down and then in this CSS classes field just paste the CSS class name. There you go. Now all you have to do is just set its position from default to absolute. There you go. Now it's looking perfect. I most probably did these settings before, but sometimes some settings in Elementor may not get registered, so always good to double check. And another important thing that I want you guys to know is that because after all Elementor is an online page builder, okay? So we're actually editing this whole page in real time on the internet. And so to avoid these kinds of errors or mistakes, what you can do is publish your work whenever you get the time. So here's this publish button. You can just click on it. And within seconds, all of your work that you have done up until now will be saved. Now this is a life-saving feature because otherwise, for some reason, if you have an internet connection issue or any kind of issue in general, then if you just simply click on this publish button and update your work as you go, then all of your work up until that point will be saved and you don't have to worry about it getting lost. So this could actually save you a lot of time and effort. So now with that, since we're all done with our hero banner container, let's actually get a preview of how this is looking. So let's close this. And this is how it's looking. Our beautiful hero banner section. Cool, right? Now let's bring it back. And now I want you guys to know another important thing. So up until now, all these settings and everything that we have been doing, we've actually been doing only for the desktop view, okay? So if someone enters our website using a desktop device, then they would get this view. So our website would be looking like this to the desktop users. But what about other device users, such as tablet or mobile? Well, that is where the responsive settings come, okay? So this is the responsive settings. As you guys can see that this is the desktop icon in which we are currently right now. But this is the tablet view or the tablet portrait. So if we click on it, then this is how our website is looking in the tablet view. So people who are entering our website through tablet devices, they will get a view like this, which is not really looking perfect. So for that reason, we have to do some settings for responsive. And as you guys can see that the elements are already there. We just need to tweak some little settings such as margin, padding, and things like that. And then we also have the mobile portrait view. So this is how it's looking on the mobile portrait, which is not really looking that great either. So we have to do some settings here as well. So first, let's start with our tablet view. Click on here, tablet portrait, and let's go to the beginning to start with the tablet responsive settings. Now for the tab settings, first go to the top. So from here, go inside of this background color container. So inside you'll see this spacer widget, click on it. And here we're actually going to increase the spacer space. So in this field, we're going to write 2200 pixels. Then choose this information container, go to its advanced tab, unlink the padding values, then set the top padding to 140 pixels, right to 20, bottom to 70, and left to 20. There you go. Now choose this left container. Here from under its layout, make the width value 100%, so change the pixel scale to percentage scale, then in this field write 100. Now go to the Advanced tab, unlink the margin values, then only set the bottom margin to 30 pixels. Alright, now choose this heading, go to its Style tab, then go inside of its typography. Here set its size to 65 pixels. Alright, now scroll down and set its line height. So first change the EM scale to pixel scale, then in this field write 80 pixels. Cool. Now go to its Advanced tab, set its width to custom, then give it a custom width value of 530 pixels. Now choose this icon, this one over here. Go to its Style tab, give it a size value of 80 pixels, then go to the Advanced tab. Here scroll down. Then for horizontal orientation offset value, first change the pixel scale to percentage scale, then in this field write 25%. And now set the vertical orientation offset value to 60 pixels. Now choose this arrow container, then from under its layout, give it a minimum height value of 180 pixels. So here it is. Now go to its Advanced tab, unlink the margin values, then set the top margin to minus 170 pixels. Okay, so now this is looking like this. So let's fix this. So from Align Self, set it to End. Okay, now go inside of this arrow container and then choose this image. Go to its Style tab, give it a width value of 50%. Now choose this right container, go to its Advanced tab, unlink the padding values and make them all 0. Then inside of Spacer container, choose this Spacer widget, go to its Advanced tab, scroll down, and then in this vertical orientation offset field, give it a value of minus 51%. So change the pixel scale to percentage, then in this field write minus 51. Alright, now scroll down and then inside of this responsive drop down, let's hide it on tablet portrait. Now let's scroll down. Now let's choose this image, this one. Go to its Style tab, give it a width value of 100%. There you go. Now choose this bottom right container. Go to its Advanced tab, unlink the margin values, then only set the top margin to 30 pixels. Now inside of this text path container, you'll find this text path widget, so choose it. Go to its Style tab, so this is the one. And actually it's looking perfect, so we don't really need to change its size. So let's leave it at that. And this is how it's looking in our tab view. As you guys can see, if we close it, this is how it's looking, which is perfect. Now bring it back. And let's do the mobile responsive settings. Now for mobile responsive, scroll up. Here inside of background color container, choose this spacer widget. Then from under its content, set its space value to 1250 pixels. Then choose this information container, go to its Advanced tab, unlink the padding values, then set the top padding to 100 pixels, right to 20, bottom to 75, and left to 20. Now choose this heading inside of left container, go to its Style tab, then go inside of its typography. Now give it a size value of 36 pixels. Then scroll down, and for line height make it 50 pixels. Now go to its Advanced tab. Make its custom width to 100%, so change the pixel scale to percentage scale, then in this field write 100. Now choose this icon, this arrow icon. Now from under its Advanced tab, scroll down, and here go inside of responsive drop down. Now let's hide it on the mobile portrait, we don't need it. Then choose this arrow container, go under its layout, give it a width value of 60 pixels, and minimum height of 120 pixels. Then go to its Advanced tab, unlink the margin values, then only set the top margin to minus 120 pixels. Now scroll down, and inside of this responsive drop-down, let's hide it for mobile portrait. Now inside of this arrow container, choose this image. Then from under its Style tab, let's change its width scale to pixel scale, then in this field write 20. Now go inside of the spacer container, choose this spacer, then go to its Advanced tab and scroll down, Then from responsive dropdown, let's hide it on mobile as well. Now from here, choose this greetings container inside of the bottom right container. Then from under its layout, give it a width value of 110 pixels. So 110. And everything's now perfectly fine. So now we're all done with the mobile responsive settings as well as the tab. And then of course we had our desktop settings. So now let's just save it. Publish it. And all our work up until now has been saved. And now I want to explain another interesting thing about Elementor to you guys. So up until now, as you guys have seen, that we have created all these elements, widgets, containers, and then we have put settings in it, right? And we had to do the settings for each and one of them by going into them, right? Now what if I told you that there is actually a way where you could do the settings for all of them together? Yes, that option exists as well, which is called the global settings or the site settings. So to do global settings, what you need to do is hover here, and this site settings button that you see, just click on it. Now from here, for example, if you just go inside of global colors, then as you can see that there are some default colors given here. So these are the system colors, and you can also add your own custom colors. Now from here, for instance, you have set some primary, secondary, text and accent colors. And then if you use these colors in your website, then you can just choose these colors and you won't have to go into each and every color picker and then choose a color or give a custom color code, right? So that would save you a lot of time and effort. And you can also do the same things for fonts and responsive settings as well. So that is why this global settings is actually a lifesaver. And not only can you use these colors, but let's say that after a month or so, you want to change the outlook of your website. Then in that case, if you want to change the color or fonts of your website, then you wouldn't have to select each and every element to change their color. You can just come to this global settings and then change these colors from here, and all of the colors that you have given from here in your website will be changed as well. So in this way, you can use global colors in so many ways that can benefit you and save you a lot of time and work. And for our website, we also do need to put some global colors and fonts. So without further ado, let's do it. Now first up, for system colors, choose this primary color. So choose this color picker, and then in this field write 0C1022. There you go. Now go back. Oops, I clicked here by mistake. But then for secondary color, choose the color picker again. Then in this field write 9180FB. Then go back. Now for text, choose the color picker again. Then here in this field write 0C1022B3. Then go back again. And for accent, in this field write 9180FB. Then go back. And now let's add a custom color of our own. So click on this add color button. And then in this field, let's just write white. And then let's choose a color. So let's drag this color wheel to the top. And there we have our white color. So let's go back. And with that, we're all done with putting up our global colors. So let's save changes. And then let's go back. Now let's add our global fonts. So go inside of global fonts. Now first, let's set the system fonts. So go inside of primary. Click on this pencil icon. Set the font family to Poppins. Now go back. Then for secondary, set the font family to DM Sans. Now go back, and for text, set the font family to DM Sans as well. Then go back, and finally for accent, set the font family to Poppins again. Then go back. Now also save the changes for this one. Let's go back a little, and then let's do the settings for our layout. So the content with default was set to 1140, but I want to change it to something that I will be using the most often. So let's change it to 1240 pixels. Then for container padding, make all of them 0. So this will be the default container padding value. And for gaps, let's also make all of them 0 pixels. Oops, let's select this and then type 0. There you go. Now let's save changes. And with that, we're all done with our global settings. So let's close this. And if you want, you can also refresh the page to make sure that all the settings got saved. Okay, so everything is looking perfect. Now let's create our next section, okay? So from here, let's scroll down and let's click on this plus icon, choose the flexbox layout, then choose this direction. Now let's bring it up on top of the HTML container, Then also let's rename it as our About Us container. Now from under its layout, scroll down and set all the gaps values to 143 pixels. Then go to its Advanced tab, unlink the padding values, then set the top padding to 110 pixels, right to 20, bottom to 124, then left to 20. Now scroll down, and you guys may remember that in this arrow we put a link which said next. So if we click on it, sorry, I mean this one. So here if you scroll down and in additional options, you'll see here we said next. So if we click here, it would go to next. Now which next would it go to? So for that, what we need to do is choose this About Us container. And then from under its Advanced tab, if we scroll down, in this class's ID, we're going to write next. So that whenever someone clicks here, then it would take it to this next, which is this About Us container or this About Us section. So in this field, just write next. There you go. Now inside of this container, let's take another container. So drag this container in here. Let's rename it as our left container. Then from under its layout, give it a width value. So first change the percentage scale to pixel scale. Then in this field, write 234 pixels. Then go to the Advanced tab, scroll down, and go inside of this Motion Effects dropdown. Here set the entrance animation. Choose this Fade in Left. And with that, we're done with this one. Now inside of this container, let's take a text editor widget. So drag this text editor in here. Now in this field, just write a dummy text. Then go to its Style tab. Here set the text color to Global Primary Color. See how quick that was? We didn't have to put any color code inside of here. We could just choose the color from Global Colors. Now for typography, click on this pencil icon. Set the font family to DM Sans. Size to 20 pixels. Weight to 400. Scroll down, set the line height to 30 pixels. Now go back, and with that we're all done with our left container. So let's minimize it and also right click on it, then click on Add New Container. And this will be our right container. So let's rename it as that. Now from under its layout, give it a width value of 50%. There you go. Now go to its Advanced tab, then set the size to Grow. Then scroll down, and inside of Motion Effects, let's also give this one an entrance animation. So from here, choose this one, Fade in Right. Now inside of it, we're going to add a heading widget. So drag this heading in here. Let's also give it a dummy title. So in this field. Okay, so I've given it this heading and try to write it in this exact manner, okay? Because you see, this is the part that I want to give opacity to. That is why I've written this part and then this part in the end, okay? So that the CSS code only works for this part of the writing and not the starting part, since I don't want to add opacity in this part. So now to activate it, let's go back to Fahad Digital. Here you'll find this text opacity CSS code. So let's just copy this to clipboard, then go back to Elementor. Then inside of HTML container, go to HTML widget, scroll down, and then in this field, just paste it. See, this is the effect that we're getting. We're only getting opacity for this writing and not the former one. Okay, so now let's do its style settings. So choose this heading, then go to its Style tab. Now go inside of typography. Here set the font family to Poppins. Then give it a size of 40 pixels, weight of 500. Then scroll down. Here set the line height to 52 pixels. Now for letter spacing, change the pixel scale to EM scale. Then in this field, write -0.02. There you go. So we're done with that. Now go back. Oh, and let's give it a text color. So from this globe icon, change it to Global Primary Color. There you go. Now under this heading, we're going to add a spacer. So click on this plus icon, then scroll down and drag this spacer under here. There you go. It's under heading, but inside right container. Here, let's give it a space value of 48 pixels. Okay, now again, click on this plus icon, and now we're going to add counters. So first to put counters, let's drag a container in here. There you go. Let's rename this container our counters container. Now go under its layout. Here set its direction to row. Scroll down and set all the gaps values to 94 pixels. And now inside of this container, we're going to add our counter widgets. So click on this plus icon and then in this field search for counter. So this is the one, drag it in here. And now here you can put any number that you want according to your website. So I'm just going to put some dummy numbers. Let's keep the starting number as 0. And for ending number, let's change it to 300. And for number suffix, let's just add a plus here. And then let's give it a title in this field. Now let's do its style settings. So go to the style tab. Here set this number position to start. Give it a title gap of 16 pixels. Now go inside of this number dropdown. Go inside of its typography. Set the font family to Poppins. Give it a size value of 56 pixels. Weight to 500. Scroll down. Set the line height to 64 pixels. Then for letter spacing, change the pixel scale to EM scale. Then in this field, write -0.04. Now go back. Also set the text color to global primary color. Now go inside of this title dropdown. Again, go inside of its typography. Set the font family to DM Sans. Size to 20 pixels. Weight to 400. Scroll down. Then set the line height to 30 pixels. Go back and give it a text color of global text color, this one. Now go to the advanced tab. And here I actually want to add another CSS code. So let's go back to Fahad Digital. You'll see this counter plus icon CSS. So let's copy this. Go back. Then scroll down. Go inside of this HTML widget. Then here scroll down. Press here. Then press enter to make some spaces. And then let's paste the CSS code. And now to activate its effects, let's go back to Fahad Digital. And let's copy this CSS class name. This one, counter plus icon. So let's go back and choose this counter, the one that we just made. Then under its advanced tab, scroll down, and in the CSS classes field, just paste the CSS code. There you go. See how awesome it's looking? So now only the plus portion will have a different color, which adds an extra dimension to it. Alright, now with that we are all done with this counter, but now this space is looking empty, so I want to add some other counters. Now for that, we don't have to do all the settings all over again by taking a new counter. We can just duplicate this one. So you can right click over this pencil icon and then click on duplicate. And there you go. You have a completely new counter with all the settings already done. Now let's duplicate another time to fill up this empty gap. So right click over it and click on duplicate. Cool. Now you can choose any of these counters as you wish, and then from its content tab you can change any of its content, okay? So I'll just change the contents of these two and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back after changing the contents of these two counters, and now I'm just gonna choose this third counter, then go to its advanced tab. And for this one I don't want the CSS effect, so let's remove this CSS class name. And now it's looking perfect. And with that we're all done with our About Us section. So let's do its tablet settings. So go to the tablet portrait mode. Let's move it here. Now here first up choose this About Us container. Go to its advanced tab, unlink the padding values, then set the top padding to 75 pixels, right to 20, bottom to 110, and left to 20. So this is how it's looking. Now choose this right container, then from under its layout, set its width value to 100 pixels. Okay, now go to its advanced tab, unlink the margin values, then only set the top margin to 30 pixels. There you go. So now we don't have to do any other thing for the tablet view. It's looking perfect. Now let's go to the mobile portrait view. Here again choose this About Us container. Go to its advanced tab, unlink the padding values, then set the top padding to 75 pixels, right to 20, bottom to 75, and left to 20. Now we're going to choose this heading inside of right container. Here go inside of its typography, give it a size value of 24 pixels. Then scroll down, and for line height, change the EM scale to pixel scale. Then in this field write 35 pixels. Alright, now it's looking perfect. Now let's choose this counters container. Go under its layout, set the justify content to center. So this is how it's looking. Now here scroll down and set all the gaps values to 30 pixels. Now choose this first counter. Go to its style tab. Set its title gap to 0 pixels, then go inside of this number dropdown, Here inside of typography, give it a size of 46 pixels. Then scroll down, and for line height, change the EM scale to pixel scale. Then give it a value of 54 pixels. Now go back, and inside of the title dropdown, go inside of typography. Here give it a size value of 16 pixels. Then scroll down, and for line height, give it a value of 26 pixels. Now what we're going to do is just right click on this counter that we have done the settings for. Click on copy, then scroll down, and then let's paste the settings to these ones. So right click on this second counter, and then don't click on paste or paste from other side. Just click on paste style. There you go. Now let's do the same for this last one. So right click on it, click on paste style. Alright, with that we're all done with the mobile settings as well. So now let's go back to the desktop view and let's publish our work up until now. So now let's close this, and this is how it's looking. Amazing, right? So let's bring this out. And guys, now I have a super exciting news for you. So we will no longer be creating any other sections for this website. And don't panic, that's not the end of the announcement. So to celebrate Black Friday, Kitpapa.com is actually giving away free template kits. Yes, you heard that right. So in this video, we will be giving away free template kit of this website. So to get the free template kit of this website, all you need to do is go back to jimfahaddigital.com. Then under important links, you'll get this download the resources I've used in this tutorial option. So you just need to click on it. And after clicking on it, you'll get this whole zip file, which contains the whole website template kit. So from here, you just need to click on this download button. And then it'll be downloaded, as you guys can see. Now, of course, this template kit is completely for free, but just in case you want to support our channel even more, you can also buy it from kitpapa.com. Of course, the extra support from all of you is always well appreciated. So if you want to buy this kit and support our channel even more, then you can just go back to Jim Fahad Digital. And then under important links, you'll find this purchase Bright Your template kit. So you can just click here, and then it will redirect you to this ready-made template kits webpage, and then you can buy it from here. Just clicking on this button to support our channel even more. Okay, so now let's close these two tabs, and then let's go back to our Elementor homepage. Now since we're giving away the free template kit to this website, I will no longer be creating any other sections of this website because we won't be needing it anymore. I just showed you guys how to design these two parts so that you guys can get an elementary idea of how to create and customize all of these settings and widgets so that you can do it on your own after installing the ready-made template kit. So I really hope that you guys got a clear and basic idea of how front-end page developing and designing works. Because I would honestly like to tell you guys that the ultimate goal of Jim Fahad Digital is that our subscribers and viewers can create their own website without hiring any designer and paying them thousands of dollars for just simply changing these minor settings and widget customizations. We don't want that for our subscribers or any viewers in general. We want everyone watching our videos completely capable of creating a website on their own, or at least customize their already made websites. So after watching our tutorial, I really believe that you guys won't have to hire a designer just to change these simple settings. So now to install a ready-made template kit on our website, first of all, let's delete all of these sections that we have created since we don't need it. So let's delete it. This one as well, then go to the top, and then this one. So I deleted them because I don't really need them, because all of these sections will come with our ready-made template kit. So now let's just publish this page, and then let's go back to Elementor. So you can click here and then click on exit to WordPress. Now click on this WordPress logo to go to the WordPress dashboard. So this was the homepage that we were creating and designing up until now. But now since we will be uploading a ready-made template kit and it will contain a homepage in that ready-made template kit, so we don't really need this homepage anymore. So I'm just going to delete it by clicking on this bin button. And you can also delete it from the bin as well. So go to bin and then let's delete it permanently. There you go. So now before we upload and install our ready-made template kit, we actually need to do some minor settings for Elementor. So here, first of all, hover on Elementor, then click on Settings. Now under General, please make sure that these two boxes are checked, which is Disable Default Colors and Disable Default Fonts, okay? Now scroll down and save the changes. Then go inside of this Advanced tab. Here you'll find this option which says Enable Unfiltered File Uploads. So you just need to enable it. Now scroll down and click on Save Changes. Then scroll up again and go inside of Features. So in this tab, scroll down and here you'll find this nested elements option. So from here, you just need to change it to active. Then scroll down and then click on Save Changes. Okay, so the settings for Elementor is done here. Now it's time to upload the ready-made template kit. So from Elementor, you need to go inside of this Tools option. Then from here, go inside here, which says Import or Export Kit. Now we're going to import our template kit. So from Import a Template Kit, click on Start Import. And then we have to select our file. So click on Select File. So this is the zip file or the template kit that we downloaded a few minutes ago from Fahad Digital. Now I'm just going to open it. So click on Open. Now the pop-up is asking us if this is safe, and of course it's safe. So click on Continue. And these plugins need to be installed in order for the template kit to be fully functional. So I'm just going to click on Next so that they will be installed. And now click on Import. There you go. You just need to wait for a few seconds or for a few minutes at most, and then your whole website with ready-made pages will be live. Now just within minutes, your whole website has been made ready, as you guys can see. The kit is imported and it's also live as well. So now let's close this. Now we're back inside of our WordPress dashboard. Now at this point, I will be showing you guys how you can customize each and everything from your website according to your liking. So first, let's go to Pages. Click here. Now here inside Pages, as you guys may remember that we only had one page, which was the home page. But now you'll see all of these pages which already came along with the installed template kit. So now in here, we not only have one home page, but actually two home page. So let's open both of these. So right click on Edit with Elementor. Click on Open Link in New tab. And then for this one. Now these are our two home pages, as you guys can see. So we have two home pages here because we have created two formats of hero banner. So these two are just different hero banners. But under that, like if you scroll on this one and then in this one, you'll see that everything else is similar. So we have two home pages because we have created two different formats of hero banner. So from these two home pages, you can use either one of them as you wish. I mean, you can set either one of them as your default home page. And I've already shown you how you can do that. So from WordPress dashboard, if you click on, if you hover on settings, then go on reading, then you'll see here. So from here, you can set any page as your home page. Now I would like this homepage 1 as my default homepage. So I'll select this one, then scroll down and click on Save Changes. You can select Home 2 or any other page as your default page. So let me go to Home 2 and this is how it looks. Now let me give you the overall page preview in Home 1. So let's close this one. And then in this one, you can see we have our beautiful hero banner. So from here, you can choose any widget as you wish. And then you can make any changes, like you can add another line of writing under here. Whatever you write, it will be added here, as you guys can see. So let's delete it. Then you can change these writings as well. And also you can change the settings of these writings. So from here, you can change the typography, the font family, size, and each and everything is customizable. You can change its margin and padding from the Advanced tab. Then if we choose this image, you can also select this image and change an image, give a different image as you wish. So you can choose here and click on Select, and that image will be given in here. Then if you scroll down, you'll find all of these widgets. You can change all of these as well. You can change these images. Then you can change these writings. You can change which part you want to make blurry or give effect to. So you can just change this writing and you can just drag it over this one. So the whole portion will get opacity. So you can change all of these things. So these are the only two sections that I showed you guys how you can design. But after that, we have a lot of other sections which are already created here. So here we have our services section. So this is our services section. From here, you can change this writing. Then you can also change writings here. If we scroll down, these are each services that we provide. So from here, you can change the services name like this. You can write anything in here and give it a new title. You can also change these icon images. So if you choose here, then you can give any other icon that you want. You can choose and change these writings. So if you click on it, so you can change this one. And then if you scroll down, you can actually duplicate one of these. So you can just choose this whole container. So this one, So this is our service 6 container. So you can just right click on it and click on duplicate. And with that, you will have a whole new 7th service in here. So from here, you can change its title. So you can change it to 7, and then you can change these writings and these icons as well. And if you don't want any extra services, then you can also delete it. So just right click on it and then click on delete. There you go. So now it's as good as new. And then we also have these buttons, right? So if you click on any of these buttons, you'll see that from here you can redirect your website visitors to your single services page. So for that, what you'll need to do is just copy the single service web page address. So like this one, you can just copy any page's link. And then if you copy it in this link field, then when someone visits your website and clicks on this button, then they will be redirected to this specific web page. Now, after installing this ready-made template kit, please remember to give your own page's link in these fields, okay? Because currently this link that is given is the single service page link of my website, so this website. But when you install this template kit on your website, remember to give it a link of your single service pages, so that whenever someone clicks on your services button, like this one, they will be redirected to your single services page and not my single services web page, okay? So this is how you link a button. And then you can also change the text from here. You can change the icon position like this. Every little thing is customizable. And the best part is you can do everything alone. You don't need the help of anyone to change these simple settings. Then if we keep scrolling down, we'll find our beautiful testimonial section, as you guys can see. So from here, you can change this image as you wish. So you can choose any other image from here. You can give your own image or the image of the testimonials, like the person who commented here. So you can choose whatever you want to do with your testimonial section and the whole website in general. So you can also change these testimonials, and we also have these buttons. So we're getting this from this testimonial widget. Whenever someone clicks here, they'll be redirected to the next testimonial, and you can add other testimonials if you wish. So from this testimonial drop down, if you go inside here, you'll find these 3 testimonials right now, right? But you can just duplicate one of them. And then if you go inside in one of these, then you can change the client name or designation. Then you can give a different testimonial as well, and that will be shown here as well. Then if you want to give their socials, then you can give the link of their social accounts or social medias in this field, so that they will be, so that your website visitors can also visit them if they want. And this is how you do all of these settings. So let's close this. And if you have less testimonials, you can also delete one of this. So you can either increase the number of your testimonials or decrease it, and then customize everything as well. So everything is under your control. There's nothing you can't do with your website. Now after that, we have our portfolio section. So you can list all your projects in this beautiful portfolio section. You can change this heading. You can change this heading as well. And instead of latest, you can just write our most popular portfolio or our most popular projects and change it to any other title that you wish. And in here, if we click on this button, then you'll see that it's linked to our gallery page, okay? So from here, you can also link a website page of yours in this field, and then they will be redirected to that page when they click on this specific button. So you can link your gallery page or your portfolio page, and everyone will be redirected to that specific page. So it's that simple. So you can do all the customization with your portfolio section. Then we have our pricing section. So here you can set your pricing plan. So if you want to change it, like if you click here, then you can change it from $19 to like $30, or you can also decrease it to $10. So you can do everything from here, and you can also click on these icon list, and then from here you can actually add other benefits or perks that people will get if they buy any of your plans. So you can just click on any one of these, and then if you click in here, you can change this text, this icon that you see here, and you can also add other items if you wish, like this. So you have a new item here. You can also customize the text for this one and also its icon. So just in this manner, you can do everything. Now let's scroll down, and all of these are our pricing plans. Then if we scroll down, we have our FAQ section. Now you guys don't need to worry about these 2 things because it won't really be visible in the front end, like if we minimize this. So this is how it will look. So no need to worry about those two things. Now from down here, you can change these FAQs. So from here, you can change each and every item as you wish in the same exact manner. So if you click here, you can change the answers and you can change these questions by clicking on here. It's as simple as that. Then if we keep scrolling, we have this logo section. So you can put logos of companies and clients that you have worked with. So you can choose any one of these and then you can change these logos. From here, you can change the image and you can also add other logos from here. So everything you can do from here. And then we have our blog section and then it's the end of our homepage. Oh, and also of course in this custom CSS, if we go inside, you'll have this HTML widget. And then from here, you can change or put any other custom CSS that you want to put in the same exact manner that I have showed you guys earlier. So after modifying your homepage, you can just simply click on publish. And then all the settings or changes that you have made will all be saved. So now if we go back to our WordPress dashboard and then go inside of pages, you'll see all other pages like our home page. Like we have our about page, our blog page, contact page, and this is actually the single service page that I showed you guys earlier. So inside home, remember that this services section that I showed you guys, and if we click on any one of these buttons, then it will redirect our website visitors to a single service page, right? So this is the single service page, and this single service page is what I was talking about. So whenever someone clicks on this button, they will be redirected to this single service page. So this is our single service page, and we also have our services page. So if we open it, let's click on edit to the Elementor. So let's open link in a new tab, and then let's go to our services page. So this is what our service page is looking like. And of course, inside of our service page, we also have the single services section. So all of these have this beautiful hover effect, as you guys can see. And if we click on any one of these, then it will redirect us to our single service page, which is this one. So let's open this single service page, this one. Click on edit with Elementor. So this is the page. And this is the page where everyone will be redirected once they click on that single services button. So here. And just in the same manner, you can create other single services page and then link them in your services pages, single services buttons like this. Okay. So let's see our single service page. This is our single service page, which is looking perfect. We have this FAQ section, then our logo of clients that we have worked with. And of course, at the top, we have our statistics and our services. So this was our single service page. Let's delete it. Let's close this page. And this was our services page. So in services page, we also have testimonials, and then we have this blog section. So let's close it as well. And now for your website, you can also create your own blog posts. So now I'm going to be showing you how you can create your blog posts for your website. First, you'll have to click on this posts option here. And you'll see that all of these blog posts are already created here. So you can edit any one of these. So you can quick edit them from here. You can change the writings and you can change these images. And if we go back, then you can also create a blog post of your own. So you can click on this add new post. And then in this field, you can add a title, something like my first blog post or whatever you want to title your blog post as. So I'm just going to write my blog post. And then you can write your blogs in this field. So this is a field just like Google Docs. So if you type something here, then after typing it, you can choose any part of it and then you can edit it just like Google Docs. So everything is customizable here as well. And then we also have our set featured image option. So this featured image is actually your thumbnail. So whatever photo you select from here, and if you give it any photo here in this field, then that will be shown in the blog post like this one. So if we scroll down, so these are the featured images that I was talking about. So whenever you put a featured image in here, that will be shown as the thumbnail of your blog post in your website. And then you can also do all of these settings. You can add categories. So you can choose the existing categories like this, or you can add new categories. So from here, you can write something like SEO. And then if you scroll down, you can just click on add new category, and this new category will be added. Then if you scroll down, you can also add tags from here, such as digital marketing. And then if we just click on enter, then this new tag will be added as well. So that's how you do it. And after you're done with writing everything, you can just publish your post like this. So there you go, you have your blog post. And then if we go back, if you don't want any of your blog posts, like for example the blog post that we just created, we don't want it, then we can just delete it by simply clicking on bin. So there you go, it's as simple as that. And now all of these blogs that you see created here, these are the blog posts which will be shown in our blog page. So if we go to pages, and then this blog page that I was talking about, inside of it all of our blog posts will be shown. Now let's have a look at our contact page. So click on edit with Elementor. Let's open it in a new tab. So here is our contact page, and of course just like every other page, every widgets, every elements are also customizable in this page as well. So you can change this. You can also change your email address from here. So currently a dummy email is given here, and then a dummy phone number. You can change all of this. You can also change the location and set it to your location or your business location. Then we also have our map. So inside of this map, you can actually choose your location. So you can change and set your location to any other location. You can also zoom out, zoom in, and do everything else. Now here under send message, you'll see this blue line here. So you just need to click here. And here I've already created a contact form for you. Now to activate that contact form, all you need to do is click here and then click on edit form. So we're going to click here. And then from here, you'll find two forms. So for contact, you choose this contact form. Then click on edit form. Now here you'll find a contact form already created, but from here as well, you can customize each and everything. So if you click on any one of these, so first of all, if I click on this one, then you'll see that the placeholder, this writing that you see, is set as first name, and you can actually change it to any other thing you want. For example, this is first name, but if we choose this one, it's also written first name. So we can change it to last name. And there you go. Then you can also change all of the writings from here as well. And just like before, you can customize everything in this contact form too. Now if you want to make any modification or change the styles, you can do that. Or you could also just click on publish and then click on update and close. And voila, your contact form is all ready to go. So with the help of this form, people can actually contact you now. Like here, if someone puts their first name, last name, email, subject, and message, and then click on the submit button, then they can contact you. Now after someone has contacted you through this form, you'll find their entries in the WordPress dashboard. So if we go back to WordPress dashboard, and from here you'll find this met form, and if you hover on it, then you'll find this entries option, and if you click here, then you'll find all the entries that your website visitors have entered through that contact form. So this one. So in this manner, you can access all the information of people who have contacted you through this form. And now let's say that you don't come to your WordPress dashboard that often, but you would still like to get notified about people who have visited your website and have contacted you through this contact form. So what do you do then? Well, we also have a settings for that. So if you want to get notified by an email about any entries or submission of your contact form, then what you'll need to do is click on this edit form. Then click on edit form again. Now click on this form settings. Then go inside of notification. So currently it's turned off. Let's turn it on. So as you can see that now we will get a notification mail to admin. So here you can write email subject, like I'm going to write email from Brightyour, which is our website name. So now whenever I get an email notification through this contact form, it will show this subject as the email subject. And then in this field, you can write your email so that you get notified in this email address. Now whenever someone writes and contacts you, that notification will go to this email, okay? And now let's save changes. So we've done everything until now. Let's save it. Now from here, just click on this email field, okay? So if you click on this email widget, then under its content, you'll find this mf-email writing, okay? So from here, all you need to do is copy this portion. So select it all and then right click over it and click on copy. And now again, go inside of form settings. Then under notifications, if we go here, you see this is the field where it says email from. So this field will show you who the email is from, and that is what we want for our email form, right? So to show their names, what you need to do is just put two square brackets, like third bracket, in this manner. So I've put down square brackets, and now I'm going to paste the portion that I have just copied. So I'm just going to right click over here and click on paste. So there it is. And now in this email field, whoever writes their names, their email address, then that email address will be shown whenever we get a notification in our email address. So we have done all of these settings so that we can get notification in our email address. We'll know where it is from here, and then who it is from here. And then you can also fill up these fields if you wish, but I'm just going to keep it as default and click on Save Changes. And now let's click on Update and Close. There you go. So now in this manner, you can customize your whole Contact Us page. So I'm going to publish everything that I've done until now. And then let's close our contact page. And now from here, you can also browse and customize all of these pages from here. But now I want to show you guys how you can create a menu for your website. So to create a menu, hover on this Appearance option and then click on Menus. So here you'll see that I have already created a menu, but if you want to create a new menu, then I'm showing you the process for it as well. So from here, you'll find this Create a New Menu option. Click on it. And then you'll have this new menu creating field. So from here, what we're going to do is first name our menu. So from menu name, in this field, just write a menu name. I'm just going to write main menu. Then after naming your menu, you need to click on Create Menu. Now, once your menu has been created, you can add pages to it. So from View All, I'm going to select all the pages that I have for our website. So click on Select All and then click on Add to Menu. And with that, all the pages will be added to your menu. Now from here, you can actually rearrange your menu, like in which order you want to show your pages. For example, I want to show this Home To page as a sub page of our home page like this. So for that, you will need to drag it a little bit to the right like this, and then it will become a sub page of our home page. Then we have this 404 error page, which will be shown if someone has internet connection issues or any technical problems, but we don't want to show this page in our menu, so we can delete it. So click here, and inside of this drop down, you'll find this remove button. So click here, and this page will be removed. Then we can put our about page afterwards, and inside of our about page, we can also make this pricing page as a sub page of our about page. Then this gallery page also as a sub page. And then this portfolio. There you go. Then I would like my services page after the about page. So I'm going to drag it over here. Then inside of our services page, we're going to put our single service page, which is this one. So this is a sub page of the services page. Then we have our blog page and finally our contact page. So now we have rearranged our menu. Now let's simply save our menu by clicking on Save Menu. So there you go. This is how our menu looks. And now to show our menu, we do need a header and footer in our website, right? And now I will be showing you how you can create and set up your header and footer. So to set up your header or footer, what you need to do is hover on Elements Kit and then click on Header Footer. Now, since this is a newly installed plugin, so you'll get this onboarding of Elements Kit. So scroll down and just click on Next Step. Then this one, and then again, click on Next Step. And again, then again. So once you're done, click on Save Changes. And now we can go inside of our header footer. Now if you scroll down, you'll see that I have already created a header and a footer for you. But if you want to create another header, you can also scroll down and click on Add New to add a new header of your own. But since I have already created a header and a footer, I'm just going to customize it. So first, let's go inside of header. Let's open it in a new tab. And if we go here, so this is our beautiful header. If we move this, so this is our whole entire header. Now at the left, we have our logo for our header. So from here, you can change this image and give a logo of your own. So if your website has a different name, you can create a logo for that and you can select that and then set it as your logo inside of your header. And of course, I will also be showing you how you can create a logo for free. But now first, let's finish our header settings. So this is our logo, and we also have a clock going on in here. And I've put it CSS code in a manner that no matter where you are, your local time will be shown in this field. And then we also have our menu section. So here you'll find all the pages that I was talking about. So you can actually choose this, and you'll see that this menu is showing through this widget. So currently it's showing this menu that was created before. But if you want to give it a new menu, like for instance, the menu that we just created before coming in this header, you can also choose that one. So from here, you'll see this select menu option, and from here you can change it to main menu, which we created just a moment ago. So if we click here, as you guys can see that our menu has been set, and now the pages will be shown in the manner which we have set up our menu in. Cool, right? And then we also have this call on action button. So if you click here, we have our pricing page linked here. Now remember to link your pricing page in this field, okay? So copy your pricing page link and then put it inside of this button's link page here. And of course, you can also change all the style and writing in this header as well, but I'm going to keep it as they are and then click on publish. Now once you're done, let's just go back, or let's close this. And then inside of templates, you'll find this footer. So let's edit with Elementor. Let's open it in a new tab. And here it is. So this is what our beautiful footer is looking like. And of course, you can change all the writings from here as well. So you can change this before text, this animated text. And then not only that, from here, we can also access our pages. So how have we done that? So if you click on any one of these, so this is actually an icon list widget, and for each of the items you can go inside of it and then put the link of your home page or your about page in these fields. So now whenever people click on these writings, they will be redirected to these specific pages. And you can also add your single services pages in these fields like that. You can also go inside and add link to these pages. And then of course we have our social media section. So if you click on this icon, then from here you can put the social media to all of your, like you can put your Facebook in this link, and then you can also put your Twitter, LinkedIn, Insta, whatever you want. And then we also have this interactive portion. So from here we have linked it to top. So whenever someone clicks here, they will be redirected to the top. Now let's move this here, and under this let's start writing, you'll find this blue button here as well. This blue line. So click on it. And this is also a form. So this is actually a subscription form. So click on edit form. And then remember that we have set the contact form for our contact page. And now we're going to put this subscribe form for our footer as the subscription form. So let's select it and click on edit form. So this is our subscription form. And of course, everything here is also customizable. You can customize it and then click on update and close. And now people can also subscribe to your services through this subscription form. So with that, we're all done for our footer as well. Now click on publish. And now let's go to our home page. So currently in our home page, we don't really have any header and footer, as you guys can see that it's not showing. And that is because you guys may remember that when we started creating our home page, we changed our home page layout to canvas. So in canvas layout, header and footer are not shown. So to change it, click on this page settings button. Then for this page layout, change it from Elementor canvas to Elementor full width. Now one important thing you guys should always remember, that header and footer are actually global. So you can show your header and footer in all of your website pages. But to show it, you need to do the same settings that I just did, which is going inside of this page settings. And then from here, you need to change your page layout to Elementor full width, okay? Otherwise your header and footer won't be shown. So now since we're done with this one, you can just publish it. I've already published it. And then let's close our home page. Let's also close this one. And then inside of our WordPress dashboard, we have done everything that we needed to do. And now I'm going to be showing you guys how you can create a logo and a favicon for your website. Now while setting up our header, I've already shown you what a logo is, but in case you're wondering what a favicon or site icon is, well, favicon is basically this small icon that you see on the browser tab along with your website name. So every professional website usually has a favicon. For example, if you go to Fahad Digital, you can see this favicon on the left side of the website name. So currently we don't have a favicon. This is why this default globe looking icon is showing as our favicon, but we don't want that. We want a custom made favicon of our own. So to create that, what you can do is go to a website named logomaker.com. Now once you come to logomaker.com, you just need to click on start my design. And here you just need to click on create a new design. So this is your logo making canvas. You can create any logo as you wish. So in this canvas, first I'm going to take this text widget. So here it is. Now here in this field, I'm going to write the name of our website. So here I've just written the name of our website. And then from this left side, you can also choose all of these widgets to make your logo or your favicon look more interesting. And you can also play with all of these colors. So you can change all these colors. and then you can change the color from here as well. So I'm going to make it black for now, but you can change the color to whatever color you like according to your website. So after creating your logo, what you need to do is you need to save it. So click on this save button on the top right corner. Now if you want, you can have the high resolution file or the logo, but you will have to pay a little for that. But since we want our logo for free, so we're going to download the low resolution PNG file. So click on this download low resolution PNG file. Now once you do that, in this field you'll just need to put your email address. After putting your email address, if you just click on send file to email, then this exact logo will be sent to your email. Then from there on, you can save your logo and then use it on your website. So this is how simply you can actually create a logo or favicon and then use it on your website for free. So since we're done with this, let's close this. And then let's close this as well. So now let's go inside of here, and I've already shown you guys how you can put a logo inside of your header or your footer, right? So now I'm just going to be showing you guys how you can change the site icon or this favicon. So for that, from appearance, go inside of customize. Then from here, go inside of site identity. And here you'll see this option which says select site icon. So you just need to click on select site icon. Then from here, I'm just going to select this site icon or favicon and then click on select. Now I've already cropped it perfectly, so I'm going to skip cropping. And already, as you guys can see, that our favicon is showing here. So after we're done, we are just going to publish it. Now close this. And now finally, we're all done with our dashboard settings. So let's close this whole tab as well. And now we're inside of our front end. So if we just refresh this page, then as you guys can see that our favicon is also showing here. Cool. So now since we're all done with creating our website, let me give you a whole preview of all the pages of our website. So first up, we have our home page. We have our beautiful banner, and on top, of course, we have our beautiful header. So we have our header logo or our site logo put into our header. And then we have this timer going on. We also have our sub page or our sub home page. So here it is. Then we have our about page. And in this manner, we have all these menu pages shown here. We also have our sub pages, and then we have our call to action button. So after that, inside of our hero banner, we have this beautiful hero banner that we have created with images, texts, and so many advanced CSS codes as well as widgets. So if we scroll down, like if we click here, as you guys may remember that when we will click here, it will take us to the next section. So let's click on it. And there you go. It instantly brings us to our next section. And this is our About Us section, which talks about what our website is all about. So if we keep scrolling, we'll of course find this services section. We'll find these services cards with beautiful hover animation, as you guys can see. Cool, right? And then from any one of this, if we click on any one of these buttons, then it will take us to the single services page, which is looking like this. Perfect, right? Now from footer, we can also go back to home again. So if you click here, then back again inside of our home page, if we keep scrolling down after our services section, we have our beautiful testimonials section. So we can slide our testimonials and read them all. Then if we scroll down, we have our portfolio section. And from here, if you also click on these buttons, then it will take us to our portfolio page where you can browse all of our projects and works. Then after that, we have our pricing plan section. So from here, people can buy our plans. They can see all the plans that we have. So we have both monthly and yearly plans like this. They can explore all of these options. Then finally, of course, we have our FAQ section as well. So people can know the answers to these frequently asked questions, as you guys can see. Then we have our logo section. Then we have our sub-blog section. So from here, people can see some of our blogs. And then if we scroll down, we finally have our beautiful footer. Now after coming here, people can put their email in this field, and then they can subscribe to our services. And we also have this button. So let's go back to the top, and then let's go to our about page. So in our about page, this is how our about page is looking, which is perfect. We have all these beautiful sections. We have our portfolio section, then our team members. Then if we scroll down, we have our testimonial section, then some of our blogs, and then our footer. So let's go back to the top. Then inside of about page, we can also go to our pricing page. So this page will particularly show all our pricing plans. and then we have FAQ section, logo section, and finally our footer. Then again, after our pricing plan page, we can go to our gallery page. So inside of our gallery, people can explore all of these sections, which is looking perfect, as you guys can see. Then we have our blogs and then our footer. Now let's go to the next page, which is the portfolio page. And inside our portfolio page, we have all of our portfolios, all of our projects, as you guys can see. You can change them and add your own projects, as I've already shown you guys in the backend. And then we have our FAQ section, then our logo section, our footer, and then that's the end. Now let's go to the next page. So inside of our about page, we have gone to all of these pages. Now let's go to our services page. So this is our services page where all of our single services are mentioned. And then from here, you can also go to single services page from these buttons, as I've already shown you. And also we can go to single service page from here, from this drop down. So click here. And it will also take us to our single service page, which I've already shown you guys. Let's go back. Then comes our blog page. Now inside our blog page, we have all these blogs that we have created. So these are our blogs. We have this pagination system. So we can go to the next page and see all our blogs again. Then if we enter in one of these blogs, it will take us to a single blog page, which is looking like this. Perfect, right? And from here, we can also browse other blogs and go to those pages as well. So now let's go to the top. And after blog, of course, we have our contact page. So inside our contact page, we have all this information, how they can contact us. And then, of course, we have this contact form through which they can submit their queries and also contact us. So afterwards, we also have our FAQ section in this page as well, and then our footer. So let's go to the top. And these were all of our pages that comes along with the ready-made template kit. So let's go back to home. Alright, so we've completed our amazing business and digital marketing agency website design. Now go ahead and create your own professional business and digital marketing agency website. I wish you all the very best. I have just one request. Please comment down below about the learning experience from this video. Also, please share this video on social medias. It would mean the world to me. I'll see you in the next video. For now, goodbye.